What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here with my main man, Lee Sayat. It's December 24th, Christmas Eve. We want to chit-chat with you guys for a second before we start the podcast. It was a great weekend. If you came out to Uncle Vinny's last Tuesday, fucking phenomenal show. Thank you for supporting. What's up with you, Cocklicker?
I had a great weekend at Mohegan, buddy. Good to see you.
Nice?
Oh, yeah. I love Mohegan.
Did you eat the mushrooms?
Oh, did I eat the mushrooms? Dude, you walk around with mushrooms like they're Tic Tacs. I don't really.
I'm 61. I got nothing to lose. The psychological is done, right? People are using mushrooms to treat fucking disorders. So I'm fucked up. So when you're fucked up, you got to go to the source. I'm going to sit with some fucking chick. So tell me about your childhood. That's not going to do nothing for me.
No?
No. Therapy never helped me. Therapy is fucking nonsense for Uncle Joey. It's too deep. The pain and the fucking trauma is too deep.
It's just mushrooms now.
Just mushrooms. You start with a gram a day, and once you don't see something, it's like smoking a cigarette. It's like smoking pot with no THC. How long can you do it until you go, why am I eating this? And then one day I came home and I go, let's really test the psychological effects of these mushrooms. And I started weighing them, and I kept going up and up and up. And here we are today.
I love it.
Yeah, that's it. And what do you got planned for Christmas?
Christmas, I'm going to go to Texas. I'm going to see my mom, and my brother has 2 kids, which is fucking crazy. And then I'm going to be in Houston with Josh this weekend.
All right, I just got advice for you.
Okay.
When you go to Houston, Texas,
Yeah?
go there knowing that you're going on a diet on the 1st.
Oh, dude, you've been talking about Houston for years.
Number 1 place in the country where people go out to dinner every night. Number 1 place. Hands fucking down. Restaurants are packed because the average price is like $48 for a family to eat. They got all the Mexican restaurants. You got the Greek restaurants. You got Auntie Chang's Dumpling Palace. You got what's the place we used to go to in Austin with the fucking crab seafood salad? With the
Papacitos? Papados?
Papados. You got Papados, which I heard went down.
No.
The pandemic. That's what I heard.
Motherfucker.
Papados has a fucking gumbo, and you could see people's fingernails from Katrina, like they were holding on to the wall. And shit. That's when you know you're getting strong. Those little, whatever type of fingernails. I don't want to.
What do you recommend for Texas that I get? Because I've never
Fucking queso.
Okay.
You know, you'll ask at the club. Chewy's and the other places, they're very popularized. So you don't want to hang out there. I mean, Chewy's is fucking great. But they'll have a new one.
Okay.
If you want to have a cocktail, you go to the taco places after 2, and they serve you, and they just give you a coffee cup. So you're there till 5, eating fucking burritos, getting fucked up to the gills.
Holy shit. I've been excited to try kolaches.
And go to,
I've never tried one. I've been saving a kolache.
A kolache is a redneck calzone. All right? That's how you have to look at it. A kolache is a redneck calzone, and it's basically a hot dog. And it's wrapped in something. I don't know.
I thought it was like a donut, kind of. Like a donut with a...
Not a donut. It's a stick. Like it looks like a little dick. Like a little Filipino dick. Like it's... So you wrap it up, and they have them in jalapeno flavors. When you go, they have a place called Kolache Factory.
Okay.
Just go in there and get a dozen and get a 16-ounce Coke and let the diabetes kill you. Who gives a fuck at this point?
Isn't that the home of like Dr. Now, like My 600-Pound Life? Isn't that where they do it?
And that's an ironic thing. Remember in the fucking 80s, if you got in trouble for cocaine in the NFL, where'd they send you? The Dolphins. Why would you send the coke fiend, Hollywood Henderson, the number 1 coke fiend of all fucking time, got fired from Dallas. He ended up in fucking Dallas, in Miami. His career ended. Somebody else from the Broncos ended up down there. Another guy from the Broncos, and they shot him and his brother. You know, why would you send people? So now you got these fat, poor people that can't control themselves in fucking Iowa with mozzarella sticks, dipping them in ranch. You know what happens to your feet when you dip mozzarella in ranch? Do you have any fucking idea? They get yellow and shit. So you get those people, and now you take them to the circus of food, Houston, Texas. And you put them in a little apartment with that Armenian guy. You know, how are you today? Listen, I'm breaking out of this bitch. It's the best food in the country.
Yeah.
Why not, why would you put a 600-pound dude down there. And they always lose 50 pounds. Yeah, because they walk to the taco place. They burn a couple calories. That's why. But after that, they go fucking kaputs. You just can't live down there if you're a fat fuck. Put them like in, I don't know, put them like in Africa. Where the fucking, wherever they see those people, send $5. You ever see those poor people? Because they ripped me off years ago. I sent that, when I was growing up, there was a picture of a black kid, and you could adopt him. And if you send $2.99 a month, you could adopt this black kid, and they'll send you letters and pictures. They never sent me dick. I don't know. That kid's in college. He's never said thank you, nothing. I sent him like $8 when I was like 8. $8 when you're like 8 years old, that's a big fucking
That's all your money.
Okay? I sent like $10 because, I maybe I'll adopt a kid. I didn't know where I was going in my life. I was 10. Maybe I'll adopt a little black kid, bring him over, we'll join a band, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Could you imagine if one of those kids from Africa saw like one of those 600-pound people? I don't think they know as a human. Because they're like 8 pounds. Like if they saw...
Like the motherfuckers that took over Captain Phillips' boat.
Oh, yeah.
Those skinny dudes with the bad teeth, they have no fluoride, they got no toothpaste.
That's the least of their problems. Being a fucking pirate.
My friend's mom just went to Africa, an Italian woman. 70 years old, just one morning woke up and said, I want to go to Africa. I've been worried about her. 10 days she's been in Africa. I think she came back last night. 10 fucking days.
What would you do if I said I wanted to go to Africa?
Anyway. I wouldn't even listen to you because I'll make the call. I'll send you to Nigeria where scams were invented.
Right.
Okay? And you come back with nothing. They'll take your teeth, your shoes. If you think those fucking Arabs could sell, go to Nigeria. That's the birthplace of fucking corruption.
Jesus, you're right.
Why do you think all those people call you from Nigeria? And they say that your uncle left you $40 million. Where do you think they're calling you from? They call you from those stations over there. Scamming motherfuckers, pickpockets. They do it all in Nigeria. What are you doing for New Year's?
New Year's, I'm hoping to get a show. If I don't get a show, I have a dinner reservation, and we'll take edibles.
Korean steakhouse again?
No, fuck
What is it now? What surprised
Just a
me?
regular place. I don't remember the name to be honest with you. The Korean steakhouse is good, by the way.
I believe it. I'm just teasing you, okay?
Also, my eye looks better.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
You know why? Because
Why?
you gotta eat more mushrooms. You gotta when you touch your dick or you wipe your ass, you gotta wash your hands.
Of course.
And when you listen, I don't touch dick. I'm at the age I don't touch dick. The jacket touches everything, okay? I just went to get cigarettes. And you could tell it's a narco hangout where they make the money orders to send to Colombia. I had to wait 22 minutes. That's why I was late. There was a little Mexican guy, looked like he had $3 in his pocket. He had 6 inches of loot, making fucking money orders, $8,000-9,000 a piece. That's why it took me so long. I stopped at one of those fucking bodegas.
And so you don't, when you're going pee, you don't touch your dick?
I don't even put my dick in when I shit with my balls in my hand since I'm a kid because I think about the women in my life. I'm going to stick my dick in some toilet and then you got to give it to your wife to put it in her mouth. Who does that? Who does that? You go to a gym. I go to a gym.
Right.
I wash my fucking hands. You get on that fat bike and everything else and everything, and then you go home and you finger your wife. She's got purple shit coming out of her pussy for 2 weeks, and you got to tell her some story. So wash your fucking hands. Cut your toenails. Not your toenails.
Fingernails.
Your fingernails. Women look at your fucking fingernails.
Yeah.
Why? They want to get finger banged. If they see dirt or a hangnail, you're not fucking slicing my pussy. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Would you let somebody touch your pussy if you had a hangnail, you nasty motherfucker? So your hands are the number one things that always got to be clean.
Right.
So you don't touch your dick with a dirty hand.
I don't touch my dick with the dirt, but I don't hold
It's
my
like
balls
people
either.
go in the bathroom, they pee, they wash their hands, but then they touch the doorknob. You got to assume that motherfucker didn't wash his hands before you.
So how are you supposed to get out?
Huh?
How are you supposed to get out?
You get a piece of toilet paper and you touch it.
All right.
My wife gets pissed off. Oh, you don't pick up the toilet seat. Fuck you. I'm touching that toilet seat. That's disgusting. How do I know? Because I pee on it. I fucking touch it. If I fucking pee on it, I know. And then you go to a restaurant. When I go to a let's say, first of all, I don't shit in a restaurant.
No?
That's rule number one. Never. That's disgusting. I don't want my asshole in a toilet that don't belong to me. And that's plain and simple. If I got to shit like an animal, yes, maybe. Like when I eat Wagyu beef, that fucking Japanese shit,
right?
It goes right through me at a restaurant. That's why I don't eat it. White Castle goes right through you, bleeding 20 minutes later from your ass. So What was the question?
But you're telling me why you don't shit at home. You only shit at home. But when you go to a
You
restaurant.
ever go on the road? Here's a good one. You ever go on the fucking road?
Right.
You shit moderately all weekend. Like when you're away for like 4 or 5 days, you shit. But it's not the usual, it's not that shit.
Are you making that noise when you shit?
No. As soon as you walk in your house and you lay your suitcase down,
That's fair.
all of a sudden you get that little urge, and it's a 22-incher. Why? Because even your asshole knows. The asshole has a compass. Mm-hmm. You know that, right?
I didn't know that.
You ever get caught on a light when you got to take a shit?
I shit my pants a couple months ago.
Right or wrong?
Yeah.
You're about to shit and you're holding it, all of a sudden you're like, stay green. And the motherfucker, stay green. I'm coming around that motherfucker.
That's what happened. It went red.
And then it turns red and you get that pre-shit fart that you can't take it. It's like that hot air comes out before you shit. And you're like, Grandma, open up the garage door. I'm running in head first.
Oh, speaking of farts, you pulled one of the best pranks last week, and your daughter handled it like a pro.
Like a soldier.
Because first of all, you love farting and having people walk into it. Like, remember the store? That guy at the store? Oh, there has been 2 times. One, an old lady outside of your apartment walked into it, and I think she almost died. And the second one was at the back bar of the store, and this poor door guy, farted, walked right into it and held
it. You could see
it.
his eyes change when he walked in. He was going to tell me I'm up next. He's like, you're up. And he just fucking froze. And I go, did you inhale that fart? And he goes, what the fuck was that? And he goes, I couldn't even blink. I go, that's a tremendous fart right there.
But then last week you were at Uncle Vinny's and you were just talking about farts and you just started playing with Mercy, like, oh, it was you who farted, and like
First of all, it was a tremendous fart.
It was a great fart.
It was like a 6-parter, ba 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 ba. Then it takes like that little breather, and it's like ba ba. Fucking, I had eaten pizza with mushrooms in it, like those fucking psilocybin mushrooms, and I drank a probiotic. You got to take care of your stomach, and boom. The fucking, what we talking about?
The fart you took.
The fart came out, and you could see it was strengthening. It was like a storm off of Cuba. It gets stronger. Like it was cut, and all of a sudden the whole room was like a fog. And I told her, it's like Thai weed in the 70s. When you bought Thai weed, you take a little hit, and all of a sudden it would expand in your lungs, and you would cough a fucking tooth out. And I said to her, it's like a Thai fart.
You said
like
that to your
in the fucking 70s.
Your 11-year-old daughter.
Yeah, she didn't know what I was talking about. She's just looking at me giggling. But it was a good fart. You gotta let them know from time to time.
But then you said on stage that it was her, and she handled it. Like, she didn't get upset.
I went up there and said my daughter.
She didn't
farted
get
in the
mad.
green room. I thought she was gonna kill me afterward. But
no, she loved. It's so cool that she's coming to these now. I love it. It's so fucking
you
cool.
happy?
I'm very happy.
I'm happy too. We're gonna end 2024 off strong. We're not doing a show for New Year's week, and then we come back like I don't know the fucking date. We'll be in touch with you. But right now, let's get the church New Testament started. Run it! It's Tuesday, December the 24th. The church New Testament is brought to you by my favorite, Blue Chew. Listen, you want to sling some big dick McGick in 2025? Then you need Blue Chew. What you're like, Joey, what are you talking? Blue Chew is an online service that gives you the same active ingredients that you'll find in Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but for a whole lot cheaper and chewable. And it tastes good, too. Blue Chew tablets are made right here in the USA. You're not going to get none of that international mumbo-jumbo and test positive for, this. And they ship them right to your door in a discreet package. Nobody knows nothing, not even the mailman. Nobody has to know what you ordered unless you want them to. So keep your mouth shut. Uncle Joey's telling you how it is, okay? I'm a little older, and Blue Chew comes in handy from time to time, and it gets the party started quickly. Just don't be drinking booze and mixing, because then it backfires, and then things happen. Just don't do that. Get at it like a boss this new year, 2025, and get yourself some Blue Chew, Jack. Listen, Blue Chew wants you to have confidence. That's the most important thing, right? They want confidence to see you and for you to perform at your best. So discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we got a special deal for you to get the New Year party started right. This is for the New Testament listeners, all right? The family. Try Blue Chew for free. Can you believe this? For free. Just pay $5 for shipping at checkout when you visit BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com. That's BlueChew.com to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring the show. Merry Christmas.
Turn off your TVs, run for your lives. It's over. They didn't put you on this planet just to give up. If Uncle Joey could do it, I can rule the world. That's what you gotta be thinking.
Welcome back to church!
What's happening, you savages? I'm here with Joey Merlino and my man Snuff from the Skinny Podcast. It's an honor for me to have you guys on the podcast. What's going on?
What's up, my brother? Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
please.
having us. We appreciate
I'm
it.
dying to get a podcast going to sit you down.
You're the best, my brother.
No, you're the best. I say that I love you to death because I always wanted to be an attorney. I ended up becoming a criminal, you know. But in the process of becoming a criminal, you become a great attorney because you meet other criminals and they fill you in on things. I love watching your show because it's always an education. I was just watching the one yesterday. It was a piece on YouTube. And again, you're talking about a case you had and the feds did this and the wiretap. I mean, what world did we fucking grow up in?
No, it's fucking crazy. Everybody says, hey, my kids, Dad, you should have been a lawyer.
You should have.
I should have been a lawyer. I would have been a good lawyer, too.
Because guys like you and I, you know, we could fill the attorney's mouth. Like I could always fill a guy's mouth.
Right.
Tell him this.
Right.
Ask him this. Because we've been there. We
been
know
there.
where we hit it.
Right.
You know, we
Yeah.
know all the
No,
questions.
you're right.
So I always thought about becoming a paralegal for years. Even now I do comedy just to do it for 2 years.
It's interesting.
Just to sit with a bunch of fucking dudes that are like all Harvard out and you're like, shut the fuck up. This is the way we're doing this, okay?
Maybe we'll open a law firm, me and you.
I hope.
Yeah.
That would be massive.
That'd be tremendous.
When you don't know nothing about it and you hear Joey's stories and people that are watching the podcast, they're amazed by it. Like they can't believe how crazy the government are, or even the corruption that goes along with it. It's crazy. That's the most common. They all want to hear them stories.
Well, look what they did to Trump. If
Yeah.
they could do it to him, they could do it to anybody.
Yeah.
Until you live it. You don't know until you live it. You lived it.
But how old were you when you first got into the system?
I went away my first case.
No, not even going away. The first time they just said, you're taking it down for a misdemeanor.
I used to get locked
Or
up.
did you start with a felony?
No, 13. Like shoplifting, robbing spray paint.
Yeah.
Bullshit. My mother come beat the shit out of me.
Right.
You
No,
get
they
the
didn't-
paint back, pay for it, whatever. Yeah. My first, I got pinched to, I think it was 19, 20. I got 7 years.
Right off the bat.
I never had a record. The fucking lawyer tells me, you got it for aggravated assault. He says to me, you're going to get probation. You never was, no record. You're good. First conviction. We go to sentence. He said, wear a suit. I got the fucking suit, the tie on. The judge says, stand up. I stand up. He said, I'm sentencing you to this Italian judge, too. Your own kind's the worst. He says,
He buried you.
yeah. He says, I'm going to send you to 7 years in prison for count 1. I'm standing. Count 2, 7 years in prison. Count 3, 7 years in prison. I'm saying, that's 21 fucking years. He says, take him out of my courtroom now. He said, I run a concurrent. I don't know what the fucking current means. I went to fucking 8th grade. I go down, the fucking lawyer comes, through the glass. I said, you motherfucker. I'm going to put the thing around his neck. And she told me I was getting probation. He said, no, you only got 7 years. 7 years. I said, I got 21 years, you motherfucker. He said, no, it's concurrent. What the fuck's concurrent mean? I didn't know what it meant. And I got 7 years, my first bit.
How long did you do that time?
I did 2.5 years in Jersey. It was in Jersey. They gave it was like the old law, you go to parole board and all that shit. I'll tell you what, it's cold up here, Joe.
You think?
It's Jersey cold.
Jersey cold. Oh,
It's cold here.
In the office, in the igloo.
Yeah, I love it here. It's beautiful.
The
Beautiful
igloo is
studio.
tremendous.
Fucking
We're trying to
igloo.
get it together.
Even outside's cold.
Yeah.
I'm a Florida guy.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
Florida.
Listen, man, I that's why I always have a hooded sweatshirt on. I am constantly cold.
Well, you said wear a jacket. I said let's bundle up.
Wear a jacket because it's cold up here by the cliffs.
Well, you'll be coming to Florida in March, right?
Yeah, March 14th,
Beautiful.
hopefully, if everything works out.
All right, good.
So, like the other day, you were talking about some Fed case where I've heard, like when I got arrested for kidnapping, they took me. It was a Colorado thing, But they took me down to the federal building first. And I spent the night down there. And these guys were talking. And this guy had gotten pinched. This is my first night. I ain't sleeping. This is the first night I ever spent in jail. I ain't sleeping. And they're talking. I got involved with them. I think one guy gave me coffee. At that time, I didn't even drink coffee. And he was talking about that he was making runs to Florida, to Colombia. The guy would drive him from Colorado to fucking Miami. They pick up the stuff. He goes, he got pinched. He went to court. He was the undercover fucking cop. He goes, that motherfucker was doing the same amount of coke as me every fucking night. Banging everything, snorting coke, shooting coke. He goes, the guy was crazy. And he goes, awesome, they take him, they pull him out, and they put him in rehab. They fucking clean him out, and you don't have a trial for a year. They come in looking completely different.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
No,
He was telling us this shit, and I'm like,
yeah, it's crazy.
You have no idea how they do it, dog.
Well, they got uncountable money. They could give them all the money, let them party, do whatever they want.
It's insane.
There was a case out of Philly. It was a black kid, drug case. They had an undercover FBI agent. You know, he didn't know. He thought it was his girl. And she fucked him. That you ain't allowed. They ain't supposed to have sex. She fucked him, and they threw the case out.
Wow.
Yeah.
They threw the whole case out just because she had sex with him?
Yeah, you're not allowed.
They're not supposed to. Well, you know,
That's
they lie. Yeah, but
awesome.
no, they threw the case out.
That's awesome.
He must be really fucking smooth if he got a agent to sleep with him.
Yeah.
That's James Bond type shit.
It is.
Bitches come over to kill him. Next thing you know, they come to kill James Bond. Remember all those movies? They come, hot blonde would come to kill him.
Gorgeous.
And 2 minutes later, he's fucking her in the ass. And he's like,
Fucking classic.
that's Sean Connery. That motherfucker was smooth.
Yeah, he was-
Smooth as ever.
You know, we were talking about like cool guys. Like these guys today have no idea. They just get dreads and they put on gold and they think that's cool. And I'm like, you don't even understand what cool is. Like when we were growing up, like when you looked at Charles Bronson in The fucking Mechanic, you're like, God damn. When you saw, like, I was telling them, when you saw Elvis, have you seen that documentary on Netflix?
Yeah.
About it?
Yeah.
When that motherfucker walked out with the black suit, even guys were like, give me a piece of that.
Yeah.
Just take out that yum stick. I might as well get it over with. Fucking hilarious. We don't have that no more.
No, nobody dresses.
Nobody dresses, but it wasn't even Steve McQueen. When you see Steve McQueen in Bullet, you're like, what the fuck was this guy thinking? I mean, he's smacking his wife in The Getaway, and you're like, look at this fucking, nobody said a thing.
Yeah.
Nobody said a thing. He was smacking the shit out of her for real. She didn't even know she was getting beat up because that's the animal he was. Nobody said a thing.
Right.
He was kicking her. Fucking
Classic.
Why do you think it's as a non-Italian, it seems like Italian guys are probably the coolest. At least they're like white people. Don't you think? Like,
Swag.
yeah.
Way we
Nobody
dress.
dresses no more.
Yeah.
Like years ago, my father, they wore suits every day. If you look at the old baseball, like the fans, everybody in the stands had a suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Like
You
the
couldn't
Yankees.
fly without a suit when I was a kid. Dog, you were banging out some suits in the 90s.
Yeah,
my friend.
I used to wear it. Yeah,
You were
suits.
throwing
I gotta
some
go buy.
fucking
I'm wearing
heat.
fucking sneakers, jeans. I never wore this shit.
I don't even own a pair of dress pants.
I could tell.
Dog,
It's
I-
crazy.
I could tell.
No, it's seriously like even like when you see people go to funerals now, they don't even wear black. They're red. It don't even matter. They go like it's nothing.
I went to a funeral. The motherfucker walked in with flip flops.
Yeah, baseball hats on. It's
That's
crazy.
really
We
good.
lost.
That's
We
fucking
lost
nuts.
it.
It
We
lost
lost it.
That gets to me.
Yeah,
the flip-flops
come
and
on.
those
With the socks
plastic
on.
fucking shoes.
Or
Yeah.
eating dinner, he's got a backwards hat
Those
on. I mean, it's
plastic
crazy.
shoes they
Crocs.
wear.
You don't like Crocs?
I hate that.
Oh, Crocs! You're a
Crocs.
fucking weirdo. You got Crocs on.
You got Crocs on, and now they're giving them to kids. And every
Yeah.
time I go to one of my daughter's games, I see a bunch of boys walk in with fucking Crocs.
Yeah.
You know what they give out now in jail? They used to get, remember the shower shoes to go to the shower?
Yeah.
They give the Crocs out. I fucking hate. That's what they wear in jail.
I'd rather get
Me
fungus.
too. Yeah.
I'd rather get the fungus.
Listen, I'll never wear them fucking shoes.
Yeah, now they got the designs on
the
sports
fuck out.
team, Spider-Man, Paw Patrol. It's terrible.
Oh, it's sick. This country's fucked up. The kids are all fucked up today.
They really are.
Look at
And
this
you
kid
know-
the other day. What
Oh,
was
the
it?
kid up there,
Shot the
yeah.
fucking. There was a girl, a guy. He don't know what the fuck.
And now that was really a girl?
No, it was a guy. Now it's a girl. I don't know what the fuck it is. Another liberal sick motherfucker.
Yeah,
They're sick.
it's a problem.
You know, I was just telling my wife about that shooting on the drive up here. You know, when you're a parent and your kid goes to school, it's in the back of my head.
Yeah.
And every time it happens, I'm not stupid. I'm not fucking stupid. It can happen right in front of you.
Yeah.
You always, when you see situations like that, you go, that'll never happen to me. Knock on wood. Well, you never fucking know, man.
Yeah.
No, it's dangerous. A second grader called called for help. She got her phone. I don't know if she got the phone. Called for
No,
help.
it's fucked up. It really is.
Listen, you got to be nuts to send your kids to school today. Seriously, I don't blame people.
Yeah, but if they want to homeschool them, because you never know what could
Well,
happen.
they could stop, but they don't want to. I put fucking. All they got to do is we got 1 million veterans out of work. Get fucking veterans staying outside the fucking school with an AK-47. That's it. The guy walks up with a gun, shoot him. Kill him. That's it.
End it.
At the deli today, I was talking to a 77-year-old Italian guy, full head of hair, and he was telling me he was in Vietnam and all this shit, and he was interesting as fuck. He lived in Irvington. He told me that 3 years ago, some guy went to carjack him, and he had one of the Vietnam knives, and the guy ran like a little fucking faggot. Oh my God, I was dying.
That's
and
great.
women are looking at him because he's out there. You know, he's 70-fucking-7, whatever. He was loud. He goes, the guy want to take my fucking car. You gonna take my fucking car? Come here, you little cocksucker.
Yeah.
He goes, I have a bayonet in the car. It's the one I gave to Rambo. He was just dropping knowledge. I'm like,
He's ready to go at all times.
when he said fucking Vietnam, I'm like, oh, he's one of those dementia guys. You know?
No, he was good,
The
right?
guy was sharp as a fucking
Yeah.
tack, guys.
Yeah.
Sharp. And we were talking, yeah, that's what he said. He goes, I don't go to New Jersey doctors. I only go to New York City doctors. And my doctor told me to smoke pot. So I started about 8 years ago, and it changed my life.
Oh, with the pot?
Yeah, he said the doctor in New York told me, a Jewish doctor told me to smoke pot. I went home, I told my kids. My kids started bringing me pot. My life changed.
Wow.
He goes, I live stress-free now.
God bless him.
God bless him, 70-something fucking years old.
I never smoked pot, so now I get pinched with the case. I got 7 years. I go to the fight. I got pinched in the fucking fight. They locked me up. They put me in Atlantic County Jail. They gave me the top tobacco. That's what they gave me.
Yeah,
This is in
tobacco
the fucking
with
80s. I don't know how to roll. There's a guy next to me. He's rolling like a fucking machine. So we're laying on the floor with a mattress. So I fucking finally get the motherfucker. I fucked like 5 of them up. I finally get it rolled. And I went to lick it, the thing that was on the outside. Then I said, my man, do me a favor, could you roll fucking cigarettes for me? He did it. Fucking funny
Remember
shit.
when they give you that tops?
Yeah, they used to give you
with
tops.
It was a yellow pouch. With the rolling papers
you open up
inside.
the rolling papers inside.
And they give it to you at orientation in county.
Yeah, they used to
And
give it to you in the county. It's Atlantic County Jail.
this is a funny fucking thing. When I first got arrested for the kidnapping, they put me in Boulder County Jail. It was rated the #2 jail in the country.
What do you work bad?
They had fucking carpets.
Carpets.
You had HBO and Showtime. You were allowed to stay up till 2. It was fucking insane.
Was it cells or dorms?
It was a big cell like this with your own little private room. You had a TV in your room. County.
What the fuck? Let's go there. Let's go skiing. Let's go skiing. Go to Colorado.
Oh, no. Now you can't
Need a
smoke in there.
vacation.
Now it's like, they're liberal out there now, so I can't imagine how those prisons are. They're letting you fuck.
Yeah.
Those people let you fuck, let you do fashion shows. Who the fuck knows?
How long did you do for the kidnapping?
2 years.
2 years?
Like 2.5 years out of my life. You know what I'm saying? Solid time, about 8 months.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I really did.
You needed a break.
Looking back now, it slowed me down. And it opened my eyes. I didn't smoke pot in there. I didn't do coke in there. I did a couple hits of acid.
Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, because you lose your mind. You got to do something. And then I had, Joey will tell you, when you get arrested, you have evaluation points. Right. Do you have a license at the time of your arrest? Are you a high school graduate? Are you married? It's just a bunch of simple questions that, guys, all of us answer correctly. But once you look at them, you're like, these motherfuckers are such losers. They can't answer like 2 or 3 of these.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't have the job at the time of arrest. They never had a license. They never got a high school diploma. You're 0-9.
Yeah.
You're getting 17 points.
Yeah.
Minus 17 already.
Right off the rip.
From the walk-in.
But I had a job at the time of my arrest. I told them I had a high school diploma. I didn't have a GED, which I had to get later. And there was something else I had. So I think with the felony, whatever, they gave me 4 years. It was a 4 to 6 year plea bargain. They gave me 4-year sentence. which, again, I went to court. George was there when I got sentenced, my brother George. And I walked in there thinking, George, get the 8-ball. This is going to be a party tonight.
Yeah, you're getting ready to go.
You know, and you hear me being loud now. The one thing that I'll never change, I'll never forget is when he told me to stand up.
Yeah, stand
and he
up.
goes, 4 years Department of Correction. And I looked at the attorney and I go, what the fuck? And he goes, do you have something to say? I lost my voice.
Right.
My pussy just, it's what it was. I'm telling you. It was like my central nervous system shocked because I walked in there thinking one thing, but I knew it was leaning because they called me that Friday and said community corrections didn't accept me because of the machine gun.
Right.
When there's a weapon.
Yeah, the machine gun
always-
probably would have did it.
In
Yeah.
Jersey, I would have got off. In Jersey, I would have got 8 years,
That's right.
halfway house, or whatever the fuck, and then they would have thrown me out after 3 years. But in Colorado, they had to give me something.
Right.
You know, a machine gun? Joey, come
Probably the only one with a machine gun in Colorado.
on. No, there's a lot of Rambos out there.
Yeah, they're
That's
ready to
what-
go.
That's why they send the Vietnam vets in the hills.
Right.
They
You
came
know,
up there.
That's what they send
Well,
them.
that's what the lawyer told me. I'm getting probation. I had the suit on. I'm telling my friends, oh, we're going to go out tonight after I come home.
Go to
wanna
saloon.
celebrate?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, put the handcuffs on me, drug me right out of the courtroom.
Did you get probation when you got out in a couple years, in 4 years?
Yeah, I had probation.
I heard that's worse than
Parole.
being in jail.
Parole, probation, parole, yeah.
Isn't it? Is it harder?
It's a fucking, the state, not bad. The feds, the worst. Every time I was on federal parole, I got violated fucking 10 times. You're not allowed to talk to a felon. So me and you could be in a cell for 10 years together. We come home, you're on supervised release, they call it. I'm on supervised release. I see you in a restaurant. I can't, I just got away. I can't say hello to you, how you doing, how's
That's
your family,
crazy.
how's your kids. Association, they call it.
No, I
Fuck
know.
out of association. That's the
Association
tools.
with
It's a revolving door.
I mean, how could you be in a cell with somebody for 10 years and see them out with their
You're not allowed
family and
to
you
talk to
can't say nothing? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Now you got to report it to the parole guy. You can't travel.
Yeah.
I couldn't leave the state. I couldn't leave the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. I don't even know where the fuck it's at. Where the fuck's the Eastern District of Pennsylvania? He gave me a map with a magic marker around.
Yeah.
Like here. I said, I don't know where the fuck it's
Yeah,
at.
I'm just going to stay here.
Then another time, when I got shot, my friend Michael died, and the cemetery was in Jersey, so I was on supervised release. So I called my probation guy, and he says, "Oh, you can't go to the burial. You can't go to the burial. He said, it's in Jersey." I said, "Well, fuck you." I said, "I'll be there. You can lock me up at the cemetery." And then my lawyer called the judge, and the judge said you could go to the burial and come home.
That's amazing.
But he wasn't letting me. He said no. Same thing when my father was dying. The jail, where was he? In Texas somewhere. They called my mother, the counselor. She was nice. She said, "You got to come. You ain't gonna make it any, whatever." So I was on probation. Again, supervised release. My whole fucking life I was on it. And I told the probation guy, "I'm gonna go see my father's dying," and they wouldn't let me go visit him ever. They had me separated from him. He said, "Well, I got to get approval. This, I don't know." I said, "Listen, well, you can lock me up in Texas. I'm going. I'm getting on a plane. I'm getting in the car. You can lock me the fuck up." And then they asked the judge, and the judge let me go, take my mother, and he died the next day. At least I got to see him.
Yeah, at least you got to say, that's crazy
Fucking nuts.
to go through all that.
You know, last time we spoke about, I don't know, there's something. Once I got locked up, I knew I wasn't going back, Joey. And I had it nice. There was a Chinese restaurant, because then they put you at a prison camp. A prison camp for a guy like us is like, you're putting us back in the mix. It's like warm up to get out.
Yeah. They're warming you up.
Because as soon as I got to that camp, everything was cool. I almost burnt down the jail. They fucking put me in the stock room, and they go, stay out there, don't touch nothing, blah, blah, blah. And that gave me some juice because I could hide people's steroids and all that shit. And syringes, they want to hide the syringes from the dogs. And then I met this little chubby Italian dude. He had just done 20 years, and he used to make, cheese, nachos at night. He had a fucking business.
Yeah.
In a fucking prison camp, man.
Yeah.
$2 for nachos, whatever. He figured out how to make green chili in his cell.
Yeah, they can make anything in there.
Dog. And then the Mexicans would bring in the good, real shit. And you be trading tacos with them. My girlfriend would bring Chinese food, which would drive them crazy. Bringing 20 egg rolls to the joint, you're the fucking king. Okay?
Yeah.
And and it's funny. Nobody's ever accused you of racism, correct?
No.
They can't.
Yeah.
even if we say something racist about African Americans, they go, not that guy.
Yeah.
Not that guy. Because when I got locked up, my best friend was a fucking Crip. And till this day, I yearn for him. Like, I miss him.
Yeah.
That time we spent together, he had 7 girlfriends.
Wow.
A kid with each of them. All of them drove a Mercedes.
7 baby mamas.
7 baby mama. His visitation started Friday at 7 in the morning. 9, 2.
He had them all.
And he had them all. One of them was Cuban. So he told, "This is my Cuban." So she would bring in Cuban sandwiches and Nutter Butters. We could control the jail with Nutter Butters.
Yeah.
Black people love Nutter Butters. You know, I don't know what it is. They lose their fucking mind over
That's
Nutter
great.
Butters. So Sundays, it was a feast, right?
Yeah.
After visitation, we all got together.
Yeah.
Let me see what you got. My mom made me baked ziti. Come on. You know, now you can't bring in food. No.
The feds, you never get nothing. When I was in the state in Jersey back in the 80s,
Yeah,
you were allowed 50 pounds of food a month, and they could,
50?
yeah, they would bring it in. You know, they go through. We had everything. We had fucking chicken Savoy from the Beaumont Tavern, fucking Chinese food.
That's great.
And we would put it like each inmate. So there's a lot of like black guys, Mexicans that they didn't have nothing. They had no family. We put it under their name. You know what I mean? We had fucking 400 pounds of food.
Yeah,
coming in.
give it to them.
Fuck, we ate like kings.
Yeah.
They
You
used to
know,
have a hot pot. They had a little refrigerator. You know, it's back then. Now, forget. The feds, you can't get nothing. Nothing. Can't get underwear, sneakers. Everything comes from them.
you know how many people reach out on the podcast and say that Joey gave them clothes in jail? Joey gave them food in jail when they had nothing.
What the fuck we do? That's what
Every
we do.
day.
We do it out here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
we just
yeah.
gave 120 bikes out to the kids.
Yeah.
We went to, I've been in Philly for a week. We knocked on doors. We gave
All
toys,
night.
coats. I gave 120 bikes, 120 coats, sneakers, toys to the kids. We did it our whole life. And a guy commented the other day. He says, "Oh, you know, Snuff puts it on Instagram. You just do it to get on Instagram, you know, video to video. Motherfucker, I've been doing this since 1989. There was no phones, no cameras, no Instagram in '89. I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah.
I didn't do it to go on fucking Instagram. But
And the worst neighborhoods in the world we go to.
I go in neighborhoods black people don't go in. That's what a guy told me. Black kid I know. He said, "Man, I seen you in neighborhoods I won't go in."
Yeah.
The giving back, that's something that we were instilled with as children. I
Yeah.
saw it.
100%.
I saw it. I saw it. One of my most successful friends ever, I see what he gives out every month.
Yeah.
Because I was part of it. I see how, you know, and you go, wow. And that's part of the whole thing. You got to give something back.
You got to
Look,
give
when
to
you were
get.
8 years old, you send a kid in Africa money.
That's right.
Who the fuck would do that? Seriously, an 8-year-old kid.
When I was fucking 8, I was going to Hudson County Park once a year with the Heart Association. And I would go to fucking neighbor's house. Hey, come on, you gotta give me 25 cents a mile or 25 cents a lap. Right there, we can walk from here. Right to Hudson County Park. It's right down the block that way.
Yeah.
And I would walk and I'd give him the money. I did that for about 4 years. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm showing up with $800, a pair of Julius Service sneakers.
Yeah.
The price went up.
The
you know.
Converse with the red with the star.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The limousines for the
Yeah,
feet.
yeah.
Because sneakers went from being $11.95 to Dr. J sign with the 6s,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden we were off and running.
Yeah.
Now they were $21.95, and they made the commercial.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. J,
The whole
where'd
thing.
you get those moves? Oh, you wearing magic shoes.
That's great.
Tell them to insert that video in there. It's in there.
It's a good
Okay.
one.
But you got to give to get.
You got to give to get.
You have to.
Always.
You have
got
to.
pay your fucking.
Yeah,
know.
you have to.
My brother George, he has the all-star frame, and he pisses me off because he'll call me. I got to drive to Cambodia to drop off a picture and I go, George, what the fuck? But I know I bust his balls, but I know that's how you pick up real business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People just want to sit there. Let me get 5 Facebook ads. I'm going to open up a business. I ain't going to do shit for you.
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't going to do shit for you. You got to get out there. You got to,
Yeah,
you
get
know,
out there.
stick your hand in the dirt. You know, so
Every night you go out, you got to market yourself. You always say that. You got to get out. You got to go out.
Well, nobody's gonna knock on your door and hand you nothing.
Yeah.
we're just talking about this. The Bluebird of Happiness, that motherfucker died about 15 years ago. And the dude, Vince McMahon, remember he used to knock on your door
Yeah.
with a big check.
Check to check.
All ugly white people. Never an Italian, never a fucking African.
Yeah, it was
Some
all-
white guy in
white
Iowa.
trash. Yeah.
Nobody knocks on your door. That's what the American public, a lot of us are confused. Not me, because I know how hard it is to get from point A to point B. And a lot of people in this room right now know how hard it is. But there's people that Look, I get the weirdest questions. Like, how do you become famous? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think that I wasn't going to become famous. I was just doing this to stay out of the joint.
Right.
This made me stop stealing.
Right.
This made me stop doing 1,000 little stupid things. I still snorted cocaine like a motherfucker for the first 17 years, whatever. But it didn't, listen, I didn't go back.
Yeah.
The proof was in the pudding.
Right. God bless you.
I know how to rehabilitate somebody. It's by giving them something to wake up for in the morning.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to put me out in society with a felony and you're telling me I can't get a job,
Yeah.
then you fucked me in the ass.
That's what we were saying yesterday.
You fucked me in the fucking
Yeah,
ass.
you're forced. I mean,
I'm
can't
done.
Get a job, can't move nowhere. Nobody gonna rent your house.
No, you can't do dick. And that's what they enforce in the poor felon. So I don't know what recidivism rate. I'm sorry. I'm a little high. My tooth hurts. I got this little brown tooth over here. It's a little cocaine tooth I have.
You was eating them gummy bears. I thought it was chewing gum.
No, these are gummy bears, man.
Like Tic
What
Tacs.
the fuck's he eating?
This is our sponsor, Via.
Nice.
And they got 10 milligrams, Euphoria, 50 milligrams. And then they got Daydrift. That's the 100 milligrams.
What's that?
Is it?
This is a nice little thing, and you take
Oh,
one.
you eat it and then
Yeah, you eat it, and then
you
things
turn
happen.
into Rick James.
And then things
High
happen.
as Rick James.
Yeah, you're as high as
You're as
Rick
high
James.
as Hunter Biden.
Oh my God, these things are phenomenal. And we used to eat like 10,000 milligrams a night. We broke the record on the internet.
Oh, I know.
We're proven. Nobody could fuck with us when it comes to reefer. Even Chang was like, I ain't going. He had Chang on.
Yeah,
Do you remember that? He had like his assistant there, and his assistant was like, please, just don't give him too much. We have a long day.
Fucking you even took down Chung.
Yeah, we took down Chang. Oh my God,
Have you been to Philly recently? Oh yeah, for the comedy show. How you?
The show that you went to.
And I went to a game, and I fucking don't
That's
get
what
me
I wanted to
started.
say.
Don't get me started.
The Sixers?
I went to see the Sixers. I'm sorry, they'll give you another one there. Maxie was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
and
good.
B didn't go in.
No, you don't.
Paul George.
Poor George was hurt. God forbid. Now he's back. He's back. I know he played last night, and Maxie came. Maxie did something good last. Maxie went
good.
off last
Yeah,
night.
he's
Maxie's great.
He's a great player. Well, he's the one who called that Embiid.
Yeah, he called him out. He said,
Called
you
him
show
out.
up to practice late every day. You don't want to do nothing. What the fuck are you doing?
And it breaks my fucking heart because I love going there. Like I told you on your podcast,
Yeah.
I love going there. Like I love everything about, when I think about tickets for baseball or fucking basketball, the first place I look is Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Football, I can't go down there no more. I'm not in that shape.
Yeah.
You got to fight.
You got to be in Philadelphia Eagle shape. I'm
Yeah.
not in
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagle
That
shape.
motherfucker's throwing
That,
beer
that
on you.
requires
Yeah.
a certain fucking
Yeah,
mindset.
you got to fight and fucking throw
Yeah.
shit
They're there
on
at
you.
4 a.m.
Huh?
Starting 4 a.m. They're barbecuing outside the tailgate, not inside the tailgate yet, because the gates don't open. They're outside the tailgate. It's unheard of.
They start 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
The game ain't till 8:15 at night.
8:15
They
at
don't
night.
even know where they're at by 8:50. They don't know what they're watching. They're
Yeah.
fucking bombed. They're fucked up. Fucking 8 in the morning. It's 12 hours of drinking.
You never did that?
Yeah, years ago.
Okay.
Well, after the 12 hours of drinking, though, they're going to stop and get a cheesesteak at
Yeah.
Skinny Joey's cheesesteak.
Yeah,
That,
right
that
up
will
the street.
sober them up. That's
That
what we got to
sobers you up.
worry about.
I can't wait to you open that.
And we
place.
can't wait,
You're
too.
gonna have a podcast studio in there.
We're gonna do it all
We're
there.
going to do it all.
It'll
And
be
I love-
live
I
air.
love that concept, man.
Yeah.
And Joe, we called good money on Trump.
I know you did.
So did you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Landslide.
called that.
Landslide.
It was fucking crazy, man.
The people spoke.
And you know what was crazy? Like, I couldn't see a lot of things happening. And I said this as a joke one time. I don't know. I just went off. I'm a felon, dog. Even if I was not a felon, I don't want to get into that game.
Right.
It was always a game. Your buddy here, my fucking old brother there, Mr. Charlie there, fucking, we grew up in a town where we got exposed to it. And we got exposed to the horrors early on.
Right.
We saw some shit in the 6th and 7th grade that people didn't see. And when I tell these stories, I told the story here with my 7th grade teacher. Our 8th grade teacher was the mayor of Weehawken, and he did 13 years for murder. Can you explain that to me? Now I got TJ English coming in with an attorney to explain to us what happened there and how it affected the Menendez thing. a year ago when they found the gold. Like, this is just crazy shit that ties in, you know?
Right.
So growing up in all this shit, I was like, this was so devastating to me as a child. This Hudson County politics, ripping signs down, choking people. Dog, I saw fucking craziness. I saw craziness. And you know what I was thinking about? My senior year, well, I quit high school, but I went to the parties. there was a graduation party. I'm not going to say no names. He's going to know who I'm talking about. It was the captain of police, who I loved dearly at the time. Italian dude. Loved him. This motherfucker made the best chili and rice. Italian made chili. And I went there with his son one day, and he goes, give it to the fucking Cuban kid. And I held him to it. When are you going to make more chili?
Chili,
He goes,
yeah.
what the fuck? Who's this animal you brought to my house? But when an Italian feeds you, no matter what they think, they're feeding you. They like you.
Yeah.
Just eat with the Cuban kid in the other room. He makes me nervous. He's got sticky fingers. You know, whatever. They'll say something in Italian, abbangatole, and they'll, you know.
Yeah, they're talking about you.
So he had a graduation party. There's 150 kids on the street. It's 11:30, 12 o'clock on a Sunday night. There's 150 North Bergen kids on the street. These neighbors were calling the police department. The police department was just hanging up on them.
Yeah.
Just hanging up on them. Like, that's how down. We had a cop in town, Phil Sims. He looked just like Phil Sims, the football coach, the quarterback. This guy, you love him because you disagree with him on something. What do you want to do, Joey? You know what? Fuck you. No, fuck you. How about I take my gun off and we go 3 minutes?
Right.
Dog, right on Kennedy Boulevard. He fight you 3 minutes. You're driving down. You're like, what the fuck is that? And then he'd take you into Nick's and buy you a slice of pizza, wipe the cut down, and tell you next time I'll fucking strangle you. And then I'll book you and I'll bust your fucking head next time. And you go, okay, that's more.
What?
That gives a person more than anything.
Yeah.
You think about that cop. For people watching, they're going, what type of cop was that? Oh, my God. He gave me a beating. I turned out okay.
Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah, the world's fucked up today.
What did you get a beating for?
Because we were torturing him one night. We were high, and we kept calling him Phil Sims. He hit me with the stick in the back. He hated when you called him Phil Sims.
Back in the day, though, didn't the priest, though, like, he would give you boxing gloves, like, go fight.
Oh, the priests used to beat the
Yeah.
fucking brakes off. The nuns.
My father used to say it all the time to me.
Listen, if they did today what they did us in school, they'd go.
They'd cave. They'd cave.
Yeah, they close the school down.
They'd cave. Listen, my mother loved me with all her heart. And I think about it. Why the fuck did she put me in that school in Kearney? Because they knocked you out on a regular. And she didn't want to know about it. Like, she didn't want to know about it, but she knew. And then it went down, I got thrown out. But if I think about what they do, what they did then, like, they hit me in the head with a fucking lunch tray.
Anything, yeah.
She poured the lunch tray on my head because I wouldn't drink fucking milk.
They
Yeah.
used to fuck us up. Listen to me. Today, forget about it.
No, done.
Listen, I used to go home. I got beat up. They're not good. Mama, good. You deserve it. You're no good. You're no good. But they locked me in a convent one night. Every night they used to keep me after school. So we got out of school at 3 o'clock. I go to convent. They would let me stay there till 5 o'clock. I would have to listen to they get piano lessons. There's fucking kids playing the piano. One night we had this nun, Sister Josephine Dolores. She was fucking big. They locked me down in the basement in the convent. She forgets me. She goes to bed. It's fucking 11 o'clock at night. I can't get the fuck out. I'm locked. It's like the old convents with the doors like a dungeon. My mother's looking. She came to the convent. I was downstairs.
She had to go
They
nuts.
do that today.
Yeah.
Forget about it. They'll fucking sue them. They'll get the nun locked up.
Could you imagine if
We got beat up every day in school.
a kid comes home, they say the nun locked me in the convent till 11 o'clock at night. There'll be SWAT outside that
They
wreck.
fucking-
Dog, she made me kneel on beans in the fucking stock closet one time. The stock closet where they had the supplies, the pencils, and the fucking... It was just like notebooks, black and white notebooks, the pieces of paper that told you 1 times 2 is 4, and you had to know all 12. Up
Yeah.
to 12. 12 times 12 is 144. Like a motherfucker. G's up, O's down.
Joe, they used to make us stand in the back of the classroom with our hands out with 2 textbooks in our hands. Look,
That's torture.
and had to stand there like, I'm fucking shaking. I'm shaking like fucking Joe Biden on Jeopardy. Like this, I said, don't you drop the books like I'm fucking nuts. Fucking sick.
That's fucking crazy.
fucking funny shit.
I always think about that. I never really got into that, how much that bothered me. That's why when that nun told me to go in the stock room, I got so, it was like a molestation kind of thing. She made me kneel down and she turned the lights off and made me kneel on beans.
Jeez.
With the lights off,
that's
like
gotta
2
hurt
fucking
like a-
hours, and I heard mice in there and shit. And that stayed with me, man. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill this cocksucker.
Yeah.
Eventually, this shit's gonna go down, but I'm gonna give her a break tonight because I'm hungry like a motherfucker. You know, when you get out of there. But it was, if you think about it, today's children, whatever. And listen, I wouldn't accept it in a way. I don't want my daughter getting punched in the head by one of those nuns, but they didn't really clock the girls.
No, they
did
didn't
something
fuck
else
with
to
the
girls.
Yeah.
They hit them in the hands with clockers or something.
The boys, they
Yeah.
the girls, they really
The boys, it was a fucking
Yeah.
backhand. That bitch would turn that ring around and come in backhanded
Yeah.
and just get you across the face. And then if you put your hands up to block, what do you put your hands up for? Bah, bah, 2 quick ones.
Yeah.
And you, all of a sudden the kid would just drop. Bah. And you laughed your ass off.
Yeah.
I had some sick
And I went
shit.
to a Catholic boarding school. And listen, that was the worst experience.
Yeah, they're bad.
But the best experience I had was the 3rd grade, Sister Anna. There was 12 kids in the dormitory, and there was a kid that at that time, Octavio Fernandez. Ooh. His uncle was Jackie Hernandez, the shortstop from the Pittsburgh Pirates. While I was going to that school, this is 1971, guys, 1972. He used to take us to Pittsburgh to see, and this is the days when Pittsburgh was
Yeah.
fucking rocking.
Roberto Clemente?
Willie Stargell, the whole fucking band. He was the nephew to Jackie Hernandez, little Dominican kid with a little afro, put his hat on, but the afro, the afro was tough too. They didn't have that type of afro sheen those days. That motherfucker, you couldn't put on a helmet. You had to shave it, or you had to wear your hat to the side. And one night we're in there talking, shooting spitballs. She had it was just like this, but the top was open. And every 10 minutes she goes, I can hear you. And we kept giggling. Now, Octavio weighed 300 pounds. He went right to bed. He had cookie. He was like the fat dude in Full Metal Jacket. What do you got in your locker? Oh, jelly donut. Is on that? I watched it again. Every time it's on, I watch the beginning till the hooker. What do you get for $10? Then the movie goes down the head. You know what I'm talking about?
Which movie is that?
What movie was that?
Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
2 movies in one. It's a great movie.
It's what? I don't like the second part.
No,
That's
you
what he
don't-
said. 2 movies in 1.
Yeah, I don't like once he becomes a writer. And
Joe, you got to get him a shorter chair.
I know, but he's okay.
He keeps raising it.
Listen, I give him edibles and he thinks he's in the carnival. He's just zooming around the air.
He gets taller when he eats them.
What's that?
When
He
eats
gets
the edibles,
taller.
he gets taller.
I wish.
Oh my God, yes he does.
If it made me taller, I'd take 8 million milligrams. I would do
we
whatever.
were talking about something that I wanted to finish with.
Hernandez, the kid.
So they're throwing shit, and all of a sudden she gave another warning, and they're throwing shit, and she gave another warning, and all of a sudden she came out with a pointer, okay? And she started whacking all of us, bah, bah, bah. But Fernando, whatever his name was, Octavio, was big. And by the time she got to Octavio, she hit him, and the stick broke. Now, Octavio had been sleeping for 2 hours already.
Yeah.
Poor Octavio. He got hit so hard, the stick broke, and she got so mad that she kind of stabbed him with the stick. So we're like, oh, shit. And that Benny and the Jets was the song
on.
then. That was the hot song
Right.
right there. That's how old I am. Benny and the Jets are played every 20 minutes on WABC. I had the button. So if you bumped into them in New York City, they gave you 25 grand on the street. I had like 1,000 buttons on me. I'd be walking all over Broadway with the little radio with the fucking one thing. And I'm over here on 44th Street. I run to 44th Street. My mom's like, enough.
Yeah, it ain't
Go
happening.
home. I forgot what we said. Oh, so we wake up the next morning. Octavio, the lights come on, and Octavio's got 2 sticks and splinters all over his fucking bed. And he gets up and he's like, what the fuck was this? We just busted. We're like, Octavio, Sister Anna beat the fuck out of you with that stick last night. And you didn't even wake up
He was sleeping the whole time.
the whole fucking time. And she did stab me.
Yeah.
Because he kept saying, I got a splinter in my back.
300 pounds.
You know what's funny though? Did you ever? Now, back in our days in school, you never heard of a school shooting?
A what?
A school shooting. You ever hear one?
No.
Never. So I never heard it until now. Like last maybe 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
There was never school shootings.
Very disturbing.
Sick.
I like going to school.
Yeah, we had fun.
We had some lunatics.
Yeah, we just broke balls all day.
You had a couple fucking lunatics. We all did. You know?
I failed handwriting in gym. My father beat the brakes off me. He said, "You don't know how to write? How the fuck you feel handwriting? You don't know how to write?"
How did you feel, Jim? I passed Jim.
I didn't go.
Yeah, that's how you feel.
That'll do it. Yeah.
I never went.
You know how fucked up it is now when we're going to pick out these toys for the kids right now? There's no toys. Like a 10-year-old, they're like, oh, no, they really don't play with toys. Well, what do they play? iPad or iPhone. Nobody. What do you mean? They have to do
There's
something.
no toys.
What about a football or a basketball?
Toys R Us ain't open no more.
It's sick.
FAA Schwartz, remember in New York? They closed.
They opened back
Apple
up.
Store now.
There was a line outside of that. It's down in Midtown now, but and they had to put Toys R Us inside of like Macy's.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's ridiculous. They don't even. There's not even toys.
The world's fucked
It's
up.
a different fucking world.
Yeah.
And with that, let's take a little breather because I want to talk to you and them afterward about what we're going to talk about here. And we're talking about DraftKings, all right? And these are the kings of picks right here. My man Snuff, he went like what, 2-22 last weekend?
1-22.
No, I'm teasing.
No.
You know I love him to death.
The last
4-1,
time he-
4-1,
4-1,
4-1.
The last time he had a winner, Ronald Reagan was in office. The last winner you had.
We'll be right back. First of all, myself and DraftKings wish you a Merry Christmas. So let's make it merry for you. Make some cash without going outside, you animal. Get it on the sports action without even leaving the couch. All right? It's going to be cold. There's going to be traffic, people yelling and screaming. Not for you. You're going to order a little food, and you're going to place bets with DraftKings Sportsbook. And you're going to have a great time, and maybe even, if you're lucky and you pay attention, you're going to make some extra cash. Me, myself, I love it. I love DraftKings. And here's a gift for new customers, all right? You ready for this one? You're going to bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Listen, let's get the party started. 2025, you're on the right foot. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, pressing code JOEY, Joey. Again, that's code JOEY for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Happy holidays from DraftKings, where the crown is yours. And happy Merry Christmas, Hanukkah from the Church New Testament family.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 and over. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Opt-in required. Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos.
We're back. Thank you. And please support DraftKings. You know I love them. They've been working with me for years. And speaking of DraftKings, Snuff himself is a little impresario on the sports betting world. Part of the skinny.
That's right.
Part of the Patreon package is that.
Yes.
You give a couple picks out. These are elite picks. What I want from him is what's going to happen on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, we're going to go with a parlay, 2-team parlay. First game, we're going to go Steelers over Kansas City. Steelers are home, must-win game from them. And then we're going to go with Houston over Baltimore. Houston's home. They got to win. I love C.J. Stroud, and Baltimore does nothing for me. There's your two locks for Christmas
You're going
Day.
to have a black Christmas.
No, you won't. Santa's going to be stuffing them stockings for you. Make sure you bet on DraftKings.
Oh, my God.
No,
What's going
DraftKings
on
good.
with you, my brother? Who do you like Christmas Day?
Oh, God.
What the fuck are you talking about? I like Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh. I don't like the Texas game. I like Baltimore a little, but I like Pittsburgh. They got to win. And Kansas City, you don't know if Mahomes playing.
Yeah, Mahomes might be. Yeah, we don't know if he's going to be in or out. Wentz is the
They're
backup.
teasing you anyway. They're setting you up.
Yeah.
He'll come back for like the playoff and throw the ball that Kelsey catches.
Yeah.
Then he proposes to the
Taylor
blonde
Swift,
chick on
that
TV.
motherfucker. I can't stand him.
You know, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're not going to have enough, though. He proposes to her on national TV with his little faggy fucking mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the fuck out of
It's
here.
the truth. It really is.
It really is sad what they want to do. And it's not fair.
The NFL wished her a happy birthday the other day. When the fuck did the NFL ever wish anybody happy birthday?
Never been done.
They didn't wish Tom Brady happy birthday. He got fucking 10 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
They wish fucking Taylor Swift a happy birthday.
You know, beside the court cases and just the funny shit you say, one of the things I admire about you the most is when you just go off on the rat of the month. It's December. I know you have some jingle and joy in your heart. Obviously, I know what you do. You know, you fucking just donated. Who's the rat of the month this month? And take it easy on him. Just who's the rat of the month this month?
We just did the kid. What was his name?
Anthony Arlotta
last
from
week.
Connecticut.
We got to pick. We got some money. We're going to pick one out of the hat after the new year. I'll let you know.
Oh, my God. What is going on even there?
They don't want to go to jail. It's the bottom line. They try to justify it. I didn't put nobody in jail. You're fucking told. That's the bottom line.
I just never understood that whole thing. I just never understood it, you know.
They get in trouble. They got no way to get out. They all fucking lie. I mean, every one of my cases, we caught them lying. Like, that's what helped us. That helped us. We won by them lying. They lied. Everybody who told on me never got locked up with me. It ain't like me and you robbed the bank, you know, and you told on me. They got caught doing their own thing. Like the guy Ralph Natali. He was his fourth conviction for selling meth. He was getting life with no parole. I didn't get locked up with him. He was a drug dealer. And then he came in and said, I did this, I did that, I did that. And the government let him go. He got fucking 8, 10 years, whatever he got, instead of life. And he went home, and I had to fight for my life. Sad, ain't it?
It's a fucking different world out there.
Yeah.
But what's always intrigued me is the witness relocation plan. Like how you have to move your kids, your wife, everybody's got to pick up and fucking go. And everything's got to change. Now you got to live, you know, with somebody watching. Usually they, you know, a lot of them live, right?
But you know what? It's funny. They don't tell the people.
No, they don't tell you a lot.
They don't tell the, like Sammy the Bull. He can move next door to you. You don't know. They tell you his name's fucking Vinny Vito. Oh, a nice neighbor, Vinny. You don't know he's a fucking serial killer. You got a fucking serial killer next door to you. They don't tell the people.
Yeah.
Why don't they move them next to the FBI agents?
Yeah, make them live next door to them.
Let them be their neighbors.
If you, like, I know you wouldn't rat, but, like, let's say you had some really good information. How much could you get from the government? Like, could you get them to put you in a mansion? Can you get a...
Oh, they buy them houses.
Houses, they pay for them. The
Everything.
one guy was making how much a month,
They
Joe?
gave a guy in my case $1 million in cash. He said, I got to be paid cash.
Yeah.
$1 million?
My lawyer said, why'd
to
you
put
have
him
to be
in
paid
jail.
cash? He said, well, I didn't want to get a check in case I went to the bank. They knew it was from the government. They would know I was an informant. So they paid him $1 million cash to get him. My lawyer said, Previty, that fat motherfucker. Yeah. My lawyer said, you pay taxes? He said, no, I didn't get around to it yet. You didn't get around to it yet. I said, well, I made a deal. He's got to pay, he got $1 million cash. He had to pay just a couple thousand a year. My lawyer figured it out. It'd take him 530 years to pay it back. My lawyer said to him, who's your accountant, Al Capone? I wish I could get that fucking deal.
Ah, it's crazy.
No, it's nuts.
Most of them that go into witness protection program get thrown out.
Yeah.
They're wind up committing more crimes and lying again and ratting on somebody else, then they get thrown out.
Look at Sammy the Bull.
Yeah.
He got 5 years, which he only did fucking 2 years, just to rat on John Gotti, lied about him, put him in jail. They gave him 5 years. He did about 2. He might have been in jail a year. He got relocated to Arizona, and him and his wife, his son, and his daughter opened an ecstasy ring, selling ecstasy. And he got and the state, Arizona, was smart because they knew the feds was going to come. They never told the feds about it because the feds would have tipped them off. Said, listen, just stop, shut down. The Arizona pinched him, and they fucking buried him. They gave him 20 years. I came home. I give out Christmas gifts to kids. This motherfucker's selling ecstasy to kids. I'm the bad guy. They love him. He got a TV show. He just got a TV deal, I think, right?
Yeah, TV deal.
It's a hell of a deal, guys.
Yeah, like he got big
sick.
money.
That's a hell of a deal. Antoine Fuqua.
Yeah.
And the guy from Boardwalk and The Sopranos.
No, yeah,
he's going to spin that book beautifully.
It's fucking sickening.
It's something that they need. It's sick. Listen, it's sickening, but right now something has to save the mob genre on television and film. something really has to come along soon. I like the Stallone thing for like 3
Yeah, I like Stallone.
Tulsa King.
Tulsa
King's great.
He's good.
But
Yeah.
we need something to represent pretty soon.
He'll fuck it up, though. He fucks up everything.
Who, Sammy?
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
No, but he's got serious people behind him. Got a serious station.
Yeah.
They
You know
should,
what,
all the
man?
money he makes, they should give to the kid he killed, the kid's family.
Yeah.
The Kaiser. He killed a 16-year-old innocent kid for nothing.
Yeah. Sick.
And they slid it under the rug. He killed his brother-in-law too. Nice guy.
You look at, that was 30 years ago, and you look at what was going on then and what's going on in today's world up there. And it was, those guys they were playing for keeps, and they were making a lot of fucking money, man. A lot of money. I used to work for a roofing company. I married a girl, her family had a roofing company. And after a while, they started taking jobs in Colorado. They were from Colorado originally. And I asked them once, I go, you have the fucking, you could work in Jersey and New York, and you guys want to work here? And they're like, you see that dumpster? That dumpster in Colorado costs us $2,000 for the day. No, $200 for the day. If this was New York, it's $2,000 for the day.
Yeah.
He goes, it was impossible.
No, it's hard, yeah.
It was very impossible.
Especially with the traffic, though. Like, you know what it costs to get that shit out of New York?
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, listen, the gas. It fucking takes you fucking... We was there last week with the fucking...
Yeah.
We had to go fucking 8 blocks. It took us almost an hour to drive. The traffic, like...
Yeah. 1.5 miles was like 40
I guess it's got to
minutes.
cost major money to build a building in New York. Like the concrete trucks. And the fuck, how are they going to get there?
We'll stick
New York, Philly, New York's
Yeah.
the highest.
We'll stick in Philly.
listen,
we'll stick in
dog,
Philly.
this is all going to change if gambling gets legalized in New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? Just remember that. That's all going to fucking go out the window.
They're going to have...
They're going to put it right by Hudson fucking Yards.
No, they're going to have gambling. Gambling's going to be legitimate. And they said in 5 years, and that, except 2 states, Utah, the Mormons, and somewhere else. I don't know where the fuck it is. You could be able to go to, like, say you go to 7-Eleven, play lottery. You go in, give me the Eagles for $400.
Yeah.
And bet right there.
Yeah.
That's what it's
100%.
gonna be.
The stadiums you're going to be able to
Yeah.
bet right in there. That's it.
Listen, the new crack is the parlays. See in Philly? The fucking lines around a corner.
Yeah.
Around the corner, everybody bets parlays. Girls, guys, grandmothers, wives, kids.
Everybody.
I was with my friend Wags. We were out with his son. We were in New York with the Mets game. We're eating dinner. He says, the kid, he's 13, Eddie, my nephew. He said, Dad, give me your Social Security number. He said, what the fuck you want my Social Security number? He said, I'm going to open a DraftKings account. My Social Security, you know, you got to be of age.
On that side, Joe.
Every kid's got one.
Yeah, everybody.
They all bet. Every kid bets. Every kid in
They
school,
they
college.
put a casino right in the middle of our neighborhood to bankrupt all of
Unless
us.
they're going to
That's
bankrupt
what
the whole
they
state.
did.
They're robbing houses to go gamble.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
The casino, I could throw a fucking quarter at it.
Listen, I don't know if any of you, yeah. I, by mistake, got into college.
Did you?
I hate when that happens.
You know, on a CUOP program. You know, there's no Spanish people at the University of Colorado, Boulder. And we'll give you a Pell Grant, this and this and this. I'll never forget that when you go on the first day to orientation, you walk down, there's a bunch of tables, you know, and there's like, you know, talk to us about becoming a lawyer, talk to us. And then as you go deeper, it's come talk to us, sign this and get a 250 Discovery card. And they're all there. You get like a grand out of them, you know? You get Discover, Visa, and something else at that day, whatever. The one that you could eat at the restaurants. Remember there was a card in the 80s?
Yeah, the 80s.
It was just Diners Club.
That's it.
Yeah! That's when you were big pimping.
Yeah,
That
he had the
shit.
Diners Club piece.
The Diners Club, that one. So they gave you about $750. You open up with a $250 account. 11 out of 10 kids blew their credit right there. That's
there.
where your disaster was, okay? Now, I'm hearing, and I don't know how true it is, that when you could walk that table now, all the services are there. Come with us right now and we'll give you a $50 credit. No, you got to do is keep walking. And they know that you went to talk to this guy and that guy, but you're walking out of there with you're 19 years old and they're giving you, 5,000 free credits.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to save them.
Not me.
No, you're going right to the Sixer game, which you're going to put on the card too. Yeah!
Yeah.
You're going to bring a little enchilada with you. You're getting a fucking half G-Bo.
Right.
So by halftime, you get a little twisty. You know what I'm saying? And B, why are you in there? Put him in there. Dog, I swear to my mother, not this time, and not the time before that. I wanted to tell you about this. I forgot when I came on your podcast. I went to a Sixer game. This is, and weirdness is growing. The one game, I took my daughter, and fucking, there was a black guy making out with a white guy. And
Black guy making out with a white guy?
right there in the middle, right there, in Philadelphia, and I knew this wasn't going to last.
Right.
I just mind my business. At that situation, you just look because you know the bomb is dropping.
Yeah, you know
and
it's
you don't want
coming.
to be looking that direction. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'll never forget that. Like 3 minutes later, I look over to give a popcorn, disappeared. Right, they were gone. Well, one before that, I took my neighbor Luke. I took all the kids. Like there was 2 boys, my daughter, my wife, me. And that time, there was a live hooker working it.
The courts.
Oh, I've never seen that and I've went on to thousands of events. You know, guys, how it is. She was a little Asian girl with fake tits. And she was tweaking, so she kept walking up and down, holding on to a blouse. The one tit was bouncing out. They took like 8 or 9 walks, and somebody came up to listen. You gotta go. There's a guy on the third floor that wants to talk to you. Watching you all night. They got a T-shirt for you. You know what I'm saying? They scored her out of there. I'm telling you, she was working it, and she was with some schmuck. Like
They dressed up like
they
they're going to
threw
a
her
club.
out. The schmuck walked up there. You know that wasn't his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He went the other direction. He's like, woo. Thank God I got that mess off. They gave her like a gram of Coke. You could tell. And she was like, she kept going up for a drink. There's a guy who will at least bring you a beer. I go to one of those games, I get coked up. I'm just sitting there. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you before. You were talking about these Philadelphia people, how crazy they are.
Yeah.
In 1993, I come back here to do comedy. I'm living with my brother, George. I'm barely fucking making it. And the Jets were playing somebody in that late game, the 7 o'clock game. So me and my buddies, we're gonna go to the game. One of them got tickets. It was 5 of us. We're gonna go to the game. What time's the game? 7:30. It was Monday Night Football. What am I saying? It was Monday Night Football. So we get there early, case of beer, and one of the guys says, I didn't tell you, I picked up a half ounce of Coke. So we start snorting in the parking lot, right? And now this fucking, we didn't, everybody's outside grilling.
Yeah.
We're in the car.
Frozen.
Nobody would even get out the piss. We're like sitting in the car. Do you know the game started? And we were still in the car. That's when we got out to pee. And then we were too fucked up to go in the game. So we crawled back in the car.
And listen to it on the radio?
Huh?
Would you listen to it on the radio?
Oh my God, radio, we were yakking to one another. It was just a cloud. There was cigar ashes and cigarette ashes all over us. The game ended. Everybody went home. And we were still there.
You were still in the parking lot.
That's how much fucking Coke we had. We were like, what are you going to do?
Oh, fucking greatest.
That's tailgating, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You're going, I'm going to go out there and get a hot dog. Oh my God, get the fuck out of here. Either you're going to suck dick on the Lord's Day or you're not. You know what I'm saying? So what else is going on? I'm excited.
How you doing with the Blue Chew?
Blue Chew, what do you got to get me started for? I thought I was going to get you started with the fucking rat of the month. You were getting emotional on me before the holidays,
No, I'll let you know next month. I'll let you know
keep
what
me
it is.
posted. I was, I keep an eye on your sagas and shit, and I fucking love everyone. I don't want to get you started. It's the holidays.
It's the holidays. We're
Your
going to.
blood. It's a nice, joyous time. You're in a good mood.
Thank you, my brother.
But I love you to death.
I love you.
Thank you. We
for having
appreciate
I
it.
appreciate you guys coming on here anytime.
Yeah.
Anything you need
No, we'll
me to
do it
do.
again. I love the studio. Beautiful.
We're trying.
No,
We're
it's beautiful.
fucking
This
trying.
is perfect.
Yeah.
I feel at home right here.
Fucking right.
This is nice. We got to get him another chair, though, Joe. Next
Yeah.
time, a smaller one.
I think we should
Yeah,
go
we're
higher
down. Yeah.
and just like be like.
You know, we're going to get
above.
him like a barbershop chair.
Yeah, the chair.
And we can put him back.
We put him back.
And put the camera on him from the top.
It'll
And they
fit
can
in.
see the evolution of the edible working out. Like,
I love it.
you guys got anything going on?
Well, what we're going to do, we're just going to celebrate Christmas. everything that we got going on for New Year's. Just watch the Mummers like we do every year. We're usually in the parade. This year we're taking a year off, so we'll be back next year bigger, and just we'll go from there. Joey will go back to Florida and get in the warm weather.
I need some warm weather. It's too fucking cold.
That's
here.
it for you?
Yeah, fuck this. It's too cold.
You don't want to go to Colorado and ski?
Colorado. Yeah, I go skiing. I'll go skiing with you.
Yeah.
They say it's beautiful skiing over there.
My God.
Aspen, they say Aspen's, more people go Aspen in the summer than in the winter.
I don't have a computer here, but where they tape The Shining, a little bit far from there, it's where you go up there and you feed the chipmunks come up to you. That's the most visited place in the United States.
Wow.
What is it? Estes Park, is it?
Wow.
Yeah. Colorado's the shit. I went up. That's why I did time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I did time.
The fucking county jail sounds nice. The rugs.
Oh my God. They had fucking cable.
Maybe I'll go there for New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
You
in
take
there
a
for
little
New
break.
Year's.
Yeah, we're going New Year's.
Because you had to go. It was like first you got put to bed at 9 o'clock, and then if you behaved yourself, your bail didn't get lowered,
Right.
and you mind your business, they put you into the 10 o'clock block,
Right.
and that wasn't too bad. And then if you were good, they put you in the midnight block, and those guys just let you go till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I didn't care.
They gave you cigarettes
Yeah.
then.
It was like an after-hour club.
I was locked up in county the night that Bo Jackson ran over Brian Bosworth.
Bosworth, yeah.
I was in when he fucking drilled him
Drilled
and
him.
kept running.
Yeah.
Bosworth didn't
Yeah,
know where he
fucking
was.
buried him.
You know, you remember those moments in
Yeah.
prison. You know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
like,
No, I remember. Yeah.
those are tender moments. You're like, man,
love it.
I'll remember where I was at this time.
Mount Hood.
Listen, that's where they kill people. I'm going to take you there, guys. What does I say to you? No, Colorado, man. I got up there when I was 19 by coincidence. A buddy of mine had fucked up. You know, he got thrown out of college, and he goes, I'm going out there to be a garbage man. You're fucking savage. He goes, no, I'm just fucking. My other brother's out there, so I had nothing going on here. We drove out there. It took us about 48 hours. All we had in the car, his name was Jimmy Burkle, my brother. God rest his soul. You got to mention that motherfucker. And we drove out there with a barbell, 140, the fucking big bar. He came here for barbells and speakers. That's why he came back here. And then the car broke down in Pittsburgh. I just tried to rob a bookie and it didn't pan out. It was one of those nights when I told everybody, be at the bar by midnight. I owe you that 300 I owe you. And bring another 8-ball. And I showed up there like at midnight with the glove. My hanging was tangled. Everybody was waiting for me. I had to rob the janitor. The janitor from the high school would come up there at night on a Friday night. And he would show up with a container and he'd put it in his pocket. And it was always those pill things that tell you what time to take your pills.
Right.
But one of them was always filled with, at the time, Valium. So I would take the Valium out and put them in his pocket and then give them out to my little fucking geeky friends at the bar. And then they expect it from me every Friday.
Yeah.
I tell them, relax, wait for the fucking dude. Well, the dude caught on, and I went in there one night, there was no Valium, but he had these other pills, and they looked like Quaaludes. So I took all these Quaaludes out. People were like, what'd you get? And I go, I don't know what they are, but they look like baby Quaaludes. Take them at your discretion. Everybody was fiending, so they go, let's go, give it. I even took one. That was the biggest mistake of my life. I went down on a Saturday night, and I didn't wake up till Wednesday. As a matter of fact, when I woke up, I was broke. And God rest his soul. You know who fed me? Mr. Charlie, because I lived with Fernie. And I walked right to the fucking, right there. And I would go in there with no money, planning. I would put the tab on the arm and go, Mr. Charlie, I have no money, but I'll be back by the time you close at 4 with the money. And from there, I'd go rob somebody. Because I knew I had to give Mr. Charlie his money, because if I fucked up, I wasn't eating breakfast on the arm.
Yeah, that's
it's
it.
not bad enough you wake up broke, but to wake up, at least have a breakfast, and then I could figure out what the day's gonna look like.
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of pill they give you?
What's that?
What was the pill? You slept for 2 days.
Epileptic pills. I didn't know. Listen to me. When I woke up, I was living with Fernie Basasudo, rest his soul. We had those old answering services. Beep, beep, the red light. The red light was going off. And I looked at him. Beep. Coco, you fucking suck. What was that pill you gave me? Call me back. Beep. Go. What the fuck? I haven't stopped shitting for like 4 days.
Yeah.
Boop. Go. Call me back. Boop. Coco, you got any more of those pills?
Yeah.
They were tremendous. I mean, I'm like, so what happened? I knew I went to bed on a Saturday night, and I got up at Sunday morning. I couldn't even walk to the bathroom. I was crawling. I had vertigo fast. I just shit myself, wiped myself, and went right back to bed. Woke up Monday.
Same
got
thing.
up again, vertigo, puke. Woke up on Tuesday. Got up, washed my ass, took a shower, went to see the diner on the corner. He fed me. And fucking, there's 2 kids that still hate me from that occasion.
From that.
Every time they're around me, like, no, I don't want nothing from you.
Yeah.
Last time I took something from you, I went down.
I love it.
But always good to fucking
Thank
see
you, my brother.
Make me feel at home. Stop thanking me.
Yeah, fucking
I love you to
Trying to get
fucking
rid of
death.
it.
No,
What am
I'd like to
crap?
say thank you.
What are you trying to get rid of this?
Yeah.
No, I'm coming home with you.
Oh,
All right.
we're not done. He's talking.
This guy's on my back
You need me,
24/7.
brother.
What do you
If
think
you
I
need me
deal
for
with?
something, let me know,
Me
please.
too, same here, brother.
I definitely want to go to grand opening. I'll try my hardest.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple weeks ahead if you're
Please.
Yeah.
I'd love to go down there. I'll bring,
Oh, you got to bring him. That's Michael Eugene.
yeah, we'll bring everybody.
Yeah.
They'll go crazy down there. Lee, I can't believe you've been sitting there. I've been watching you staring at that last calzone for the last 10 minutes.
I put my thumb in it before the recording just to
You
know what
looked at
day.
it. I'm telling you, look at that last
He claimed
calzone.
it.
It's calling your name.
Oh, yeah, I
know
ate the last
I can
one in
see that
3
little
bites.
piece of sweat beating on your head. Tremendous.
It's 20 degrees in here, but I'm still sweating.
My feet are freezing.
Listen, from
Yeah, a
the
little
Church New Testament to you, to Mr. Merlino, to my man Snuff, Lee Sayat, the whole fucking crew here, Georgie, fucking Dr. Evil, Nicky Nick. Merry Christmas to you and your families. Happy New Year, you know. We're going to come back fucking even stronger. Like when you get herpes the first time and you get rid of it, the next time you get it, it's fucking the real deal. You show up like the Exorcist. Speak to me.
He's fucking nuts.
Anyway, I love you guys. Merry Christmas. 2025 is everybody's year. Stay black.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
God bless.
Happy Hanukkah.
It's Tuesday, December the 24th. The Church New Testament is brought to you by my favorite, Blue Chew. Listen, you want to sling some big dick McGick in 2025? Then you need Blue Chew. What you're like, Joey, what are you talking? Blue Chew is an online service that gives you the same active ingredients that you'll find in Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but for a whole lot cheaper and chewable. And it tastes good, too. Blue Chew tablets are made right here in the USA. You're not going to get none of that international mumbo-jumbo and test positive for, this. And they ship them right to your door in a discreet package. Nobody knows nothing, not even the mailman. Nobody has to know what you ordered unless you want them to. So keep your mouth shut. Uncle Joey's telling you how it is, okay? I'm a little older, and Blue Chew comes in handy from time to time, and it gets the party started quickly. Just don't be drinking booze and mixing, because then it backfires, and then things happen. Just don't do that. Get at it like a boss this new year, 2025, and get yourself some Blue Chew, Jack. Listen, Blue Chew wants you to have confidence. That's the most important thing, right? They want confidence to see you and be for you to perform at your best. So discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we got a special deal for you to get the New Year party started right. This is for the New Testament listeners, all right? The family. Try Blue Chew for free. Can you believe this? For free. Just pay $5 for shipping at checkout when you visit BlueChew.com. That's BlueChew.com to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring the show. Merry Christmas.